Right, we're back playing some more Legacy Death and Taxes, mono white as always, and in the post Nadu Entomb ban, it's feeling extremely strong. Taxes in general, I see they've been putting up a lot of strong results. A lot of the kind of well-known tax players. I saw Isolated System won a challenge yesterday. Yoshiwata. I think they're playing the black and white list, but I think even the mono white, in which I'm going to stay loyal to, feels extremely strong. I think previously there's been a bigger gap between black white being the kind of clear best deck and mono white kind of trailing off quite substantially in the distance, but I think at the moment I would say mono white's better, but I think that gap's a lot closer. So yeah, that's quite positive. I don't know, there's a kind of nostalgic and traditional sense I like to stay mono white, and also I like to, when I play online, I like to play in paper, and I don't know if whatever the kind of latest flavour is of splash colour, whether it's black white or occasionally it's red white, or even black white splashing green for Garrett T. I don't know buy any reserve list cards, so I like just having my mono white in paper and my mono white on Magic Online matching, and then I love like the feel of mono white, the land base, I suppose, just being able to play Roshannon Port. It's just one of my favourite cards. It kind of makes, for me, it makes taxes. So just, I suppose probably why the mono white list feels so good at the moment. I think there's definitely less combo in the meta, so I think whereas Foxy's was more important previously, I think its stocks have gone down slightly. So given Foxy's position, we do play Mother. I don't think Mother is great at the moment. Still Dice Orcish Bowmasters. I don't think that is a reason to play mono white, although that being said, we do have a lot of, in this list at least, of kind of important taxing 2-drops which Mum's there either to deter removal or to protect them, but I don't think she's a reason to play mono white. I think one of the best, most compelling reasons is certainly White Orchid Phantom. It just seems incredible at the moment. Against Mystic Forge, it's fine against like the kind of Delver, Steel Cutter variants. Blocking Delvers can block the Cutter tokens. They only play one island, and when you're playing mono white, just having the 4 flagstones, so it's never really dead. And of course, it's fantastic against Mystic Forge. And yeah, just thinking what I suppose Black White has. They have, besides the Foxies, I noticed they've only gone down to 2 Bowmasters, so I think that's kind of shortened the gap as well. So I think when there's kind of 4 Bowmasters, there's more of a reason to go to Black White. Of course, they've got the Overlord of the Baelmark Thalia combination, which is certainly strong. But I think that gap has definitely gone down, which I'm quite optimistic about. So yeah, it's certainly exciting. I think that Thalia Overlord of the Baelmark is a bit harder to pull off, I suppose, without Mother of Ruin. So Thalia in that version I suppose, yeah, you have to resolve it, and then it has to avoid any removal. But it's a strong combination. But I think this version doesn't kind of rely on data value so much. It's more kind of pure taxing elements. So you've got like the free Thalias, free spirits. Spirits quite reasonable at the moment. She's reasonable against like kind of Tamiyo decks, One Ring decks. But yeah, I'm quite happy with her. Sideboard is definitely still a bit of a work in progress. A lot of combo hate. I just feel our matchup's so good against anything else that I'm just happy to kind of dedicate most of the side to combo, as I've always kind of done. I think it's just been a kind of traditional way of Death and Taxes that they're so well positioned against any fair decks. It's just unnecessary to kind of account for them in the sideboard. The only thing I suppose I do kind of respect, I've got the kind of free 1 mana removals. Yeah, just for, it's mainly in respect for Tamiyo and the more aggressive decks like Red Prison or Dimir Tempo to get the Baragouts, and any kind of Izzet tempo as well. I keep on trying Oust. I'm tempted to go up more. I find with Tamiyo, a turn 1 Tamiyo, which is generally the most kind of difficult to deal with, you always you typically swords it at sorcery speed on your turn before they have like a brainstorm open. So we're kind of looking for options for almost the 5th, 6th and 7th Sword Suppliers there. So obviously Sword Suppliers shares the gold standard. I did a Path because it kind of hits everything, but just at turn 1 pathing a Tamiyo feels pretty terrible. So you're obviously ramping them a land. They can kind of go turn 2, like Baragouth potentially from that position, but just Oust is just quite clean. Just puts it a second from the top. You don't mind them. The fact they draw it again. Yeah, it kind of gives you time to draw a bit more removal. Graveyard hate certainly gone down since Entomb's been banned. I'm not sure what the correct configuration is, to be honest. Rest in Peace is kind of a hit-all and surgical. I'm still not sure the right configuration. And then the last two, just 2 Disruptor Whips, have been very good, just great against particularly the Carnforge deck, just naming One Ring, or it's probably our best weapon against Doomsday, which has definitely had a bit of a resurgence. I think that's pretty much everything. They'll make a new card, Meteor Sword, yeah, which has been fantastic. So previously I had was it Phantom Blade, but that only hit creatures. This just hitting everything is, yeah, it's just brilliant. Because even you can hit lands. I put this in off a show and tell to hit Omniscience. Yeah, it just seems really well positioned, really flexible. And then if you do get it down, if you're able to flicker it with Felia, yeah, that's really strong. So yeah, we'll jump into some leagues. But yeah, this season so far, it's just been really strong. I think I've played 5 leagues this. I'm trying to think. Have I played? I'm trying to think how many leagues I played this season. I think I've played 6 leagues this season, but yeah, I think 4 have been trophies, and then the other two were 4-1s. So it just, yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a kind of position like this in leagues where just you almost feel like you can't lose. I know that sounds a bit far-fetched, but it genuinely feels like that. You just feel like you struggle to lose match-up, so yeah, it's definitely a good position to be in. So I'm going to play. Yeah, it's not. That's fine, yeah. Not the strongest hand, but I don't think it's a hand we get rid of. Happy to play at the Thalia quite aggressively, like without Krakus protection, since we've got two. I think I might even play the Krakus on turn 1. It just means so often you see the opponent with a Tamiyo star just stops them doing a turn 1 Tamiyo. Because if they play a turn 1 Tamiyo after we play planes, it kind of almost time walks us. Obviously, if they want to waste this, it's fine. Not sure why they've got a stop in their draw. Yeah, this is fine. Don't really mind about this. Okay, yeah, so we get plenty of lands here, so that, yeah, certainly not too bothered by that wasteland. So they play a Tamiyo here. Tamiyo's it's always on my mind. I probably will just Krakus it. Turn it down, I'm not sure how loud that, yeah. Oh no, not Tamiyo. I'm always astounded when I see blue mana, turn 1, and no Tamiyo. Oh man. Yeah, Legacy is just... it's a bit too defined by Tamiyo at the moment. Yeah, I would like to see it banned come February. For taxes, it's not that big of a deal with our removal and Kraxes, but I can imagine for other decks it must be a complete nightmare. Yeah, I'll play Port here. Again, I don't really mind if they're wastelanding me here. If they're days, it's fine. Oh yeah, that's fine. It just kind of makes my next Thalia better. It's still going to try to determine what kind of deck this is. Okay, wasteland is a bit annoying. It's fine. There's no chance I'll just play Thalia. If they can't force this not too bad really. I might force this. I think they can have to if they've got it. Because they have quite aggressively been wastelanding Daisy. Okay, that's good. And then this shouldn't die. unless they've got something odd like Snuff Out. Take both that up, keep Snap. Is it Tammy or? I guess so. Another Krakus, let's play that out. Don't really want to see another Krakus, but it's up to 4 Krakuses. I think for a time I was playing 3, but again, the T word. This Krakus seems so good at the moment. Let's Stoneforge here. 3 days I'll pay. That's fine, yeah. Force of Will, Pitching Brainstorm, yeah, that's fine. Still unclear what kind of blue deck they are. Could be anything really. Doomsday? I don't know actually. No, not Doomsday, okay. Is this Delver? Maybe? Could be Delver actually. Oh, of course they're not Doomsday, they don't play Wasteland. Yeah, it must be Delver, okay. Yeah, sorry, definitely not Doomsday. That's not a good draw. Just trying to think. I think I'll Lotus Pet on that one. This is tricky. Did I get Stoneforge or did I get Extraction Specialist, which is a bit greedier? I think I can, yeah. Extraction Specialist is so good against Delver with the life link. An Extraction Specialist will just get the Stoneforge. And I'll struggle not to tap out. Potentially I might get a land just to play around days anyway, but okay. Yeah, I think this is kind of also one of the reasons why taxes is so good at the moment. We've seen quite a rise in Delver, which is good to see. So the Delver, the way I sideboards, I get all the cheap removal, path. I do bring in Rest in Peace. It's not quite as good. Where did that go? Yeah, I think that's in. I just make some more expensive cuts. I think I cut 2 Recruiters, a Cogra. What else did I cut? Trying to recall what did I cut. Lauren's a bit touch and go. It gets the cutter, but it's quite slow. I'm just trying to recall what I do. I want Rest in Peace on the draw actually. Rest in Peace can be a bit hit and miss. It only really hits kind of half their deck, the DRCs and the Murktides. It can be a bit too slow. I might just take out Rest in Peace on the draw, actually. Saying that. Yeah, I don't think I want anything else. Be interesting to see if they are actually playing Tamiyo. I've seen some Delver lists play Tamiyo. I'm less scared of Tamiyo in Delver. I think you're more worried when they're just killing your free-powered creatures. This hand's fine. I'll keep. I imagine I probably will be using the Solitude quite aggressively. Delver, okay. Yeah, so with that land, I'm a bit happier to maybe potentially cast. Oh, yeah, set there. See what Delver flips. It might. Okay. Okay, it didn't flip. Okay. I'm quite a fan of just preserving my life total. Against Delver. I think I will. It seems a bit aggressive, but not good if they have a consign. I don't know if they'll. I think I have a consign. Let's see. Interesting. I haven't had. Yeah, that's quite strange. Days? That's quite strange. Notably, they have played their one basics. White Orchid Phantoms online, as is Ghost Quarter. These as the okay, let's do clutter. I think here I probably will play Thalia. If it gets dazed, I'll just try to Lauren or Loran. Perhaps actually there's brainstorm, so potentially they could have got rid of a daze. Okay. I feel like they would have dazed that. I feel like they would have. So die. Oh, they've only got one red source. I could Stoneforge. They would have dazed that, wouldn't they? Link the token. I mean, alternatively I could have gone Stoneforge, link the Stoneforge, waste the red source, but I don't like to have steel cutter sit around for too long. I think it's quite powerful. Got 4 cards in hand. Yeah. I don't know. I was worried they had these and then they potentially got rid of it. Bolton Ophelia. Okay, that's fine. Not sure about that. Doesn't really make sense. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I don't know whether they're bolting the Loran. Do I play around days here? I don't know, I might just get... I think I can afford to get Stoneforge. Yeah, I think I can here. And I can always get a pre-war formula with one of these. Do I even care about linking Stoneforge? Don't think I do actually, to be honest. Oh, I got Meteor Sword and Lion Sash. That's Growth Ophelia. Yeah, I think I'm wrong actually. Did I play Vial or did I waste? I think I'll play Vial. I might want to hard cast one of these next turn. But I got Meteor Sword here. I kind of have to deal with both of these. Yeah, I think that original bolt on Loran is a strange call. 3 cards. Murktide not an issue. What's this? Is this another Cory? Or Milton? Don't really mind about that. No, to be honest. Okay, this is the Murktide, which is fine. I mean, I've got Meteor Sword. Oh no, Brazen Borer. Okay, that's fine. So they're out of hands. So I think I probably just pre-war form where Loran and then just blink one of the tokens. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Take a bit of a chunk here. I think that's fine. Is there any other plays? Not really. Yeah, Stoneforge. No, I think I just want to get that Chorus Steel Cutter off now. Let's go to yeah. My life could be in jeopardy. Do I think that changes anything? I don't think I want to waste. Yeah, still pretty low on resources now. Yeah, it's looking good. It'd be nice to grow the Thalia to 4 power, but yeah. I think their ideal draw is probably a couple of cantrips into something, just so they can attack. I'm just gonna through this, or at least trading. Okay. So they're gonna Brazen Borer end a turn. So if I could Skyclave, blink the Skyclave, but then they can just do it after that resolves. I don't really have anything else to get with Stoneforge, so I think I just kill the token here and put Yorion in hand. One card in hand. sorry, one remaining thing. Get the sash here. What does sash do? Yeah, I think it's probably better than Yorion. I can't really Yorion for any particular value. I don't really care if they play a Murktide. I'll just pass there. So I'll pop in Brazen Borrower. So if they've got Bolt, Brazen Borrower, I think I'm still okay. This definitely feels more like classic Legacy. Preordain, okay. Yeah, Murktide's not an issue, I can just blink out the way with Ophelia. And if they can't deal with Ophelia, then I've got Meteor Sword with Stoneforge, so I can't see how they can get out of this. Okay, land. Mana, what's this? Meltdown for free. That's fine, I guess I'll eat something. I like the bolt, that matters too much. But they're still dead, aren't they? Yeah. Brazen Borrower can't block. Hooray. Nice. We roll on. Nice to have a Delibers of starting one, but I'll pause the video there. But thanks everyone for that. Hopefully I'm going to try to record more. Well, the going's good for taxes. It's a rare moment in time where mono white taxes is viable and feels quite good. So all good. No, thanks everyone. Cheers.